Hello.
Hey, hi Marco. Hi Prashant.
How you doing?
Yeah, it's good. After I'm joining a lean coffee session outside my company after a long time.
Welcome. It's
Welcome,
great.
Yeah.
We're going to
Thank
wait
you.
just a couple of minutes, before we start to give everybody a chance to get here. Okay?
Yeah. Sounds good.
Okay. So if you've got one last thing to do or you want to say anything, it's okay. You can talk or do something or, everything goes. What about you, Prashant? Are you ready?
Yep, I am very much ready.
Yeah. Been working on this one, haven't you?
How's it going on, Arvinda?
Yeah, it's going good, Prashant. The slide looks nice. Very attractive from the first point.
All thanks goes to Marco.
I didn't do anything. Prashant did everything. Okay, it's 18:03 at my end in France in European time. So the time has started. I don't want to make anybody wait. Prashant, if you see anybody in the waiting room, can you let them in whilst we're doing this?
Yeah, sure. I'll do that.
Let's start. So my name is Mark Burville. You can call me Marco. And today we are in a session of Lean Coffee that I am hosting. And Prashant will be your facilitator, and I might even help out a little bit. Our agenda today is broken up into 4 parts. We're going to do an icebreaker. We're going to do capture and prioritize our topics that we want to discuss. Then we're going to discuss. And then at the end, before we go, we're going to be sharing learnings. Okay? So I'd like to move on. It seems as though things have changed order. I'd like to move on. Here you go. Let's move on. Prashant, would you like to take over and present yourself?
Yep. Thank you, Marco.
वैसे ही फोन पे बात कर रही थी, उठ के आई थी.
Hey, Priyanka.
इसके
Again.
करने गई थी.
Priyanka, your phone is we can hear you.
पहले ले आओ.
Okay.
Priyanka?
Yeah, hi everyone.
मोबाइल ना भी है.
Okay, Priyanka, we can hear you. Can everyone go on mute? Yeah, thank you. So first I would like to show my gratitude to Marco to make me a part of a lean agile community group where I can meet and greet with the wonderful people like all of you, and where we can share all our expertise in the agile, where we can learn and grow from together. So hello everyone, this is Prashant. So currently where I'm working as an agile coach, where I'm working with a leadership team and a Scrum Master and the product owner, and from the different wonderful agile teams, where I'm providing and sharing my knowledge in the Agile Coach. So as part of Agile Coach journey, we need to wear a and we need to do the multiple roles and responsibility. So where the part comes as a change agent. So I am working together with the senior leadership team, enterprise coach also, and various Scrum Master as a part of Agile transformation journey within my organization and the previous organization where I work. Also, I do wear a hat of a teacher where I provide the Agile ways of working, different flavor of the Agile and the lean practices about those things, and making sure the team understand the Agile and they enact towards to this. Also, I work as a facilitator, so where I facilitate the praxis-based gamified techniques. I host the daily Scrum calls. I work with the leadership team to do the review and the retrospection at the portfolio level, team level, even at the organization level. Then I'm working as an impediment remover. When I say the impediment remover, so I help the organizations, the multiple agile team to remove the barrier. If I am not able to remove the barriers, I try to engage with the right people who can help them during the agile journey. And as you can see also, I'm a black belt mentor. So this is the favorite part over there where I do provide the one-to-one mentoring, peer mentoring, also the group mentoring. When I say the favorite part, because on a daily basis where I do interact with the multiple agile coaches who, over a LinkedIn chat or the WhatsApp chats and all, where they do come up with the multiple queries or the challenges which they are facing. And when they discuss about their challenges, we work together to solve the challenges. And once the challenge is solved, the great sense of satisfaction which I get, that's pretty much driving me in the mentorship team. And also, when we say, right, for example, I'm from the India, so we have a culture of worship to do the goddess Saraswati. So where we share the knowledge, and how much knowledge we share to each other, the knowledge is going to increase day by day. So that's a pretty much a good part of the mentorship and sharing the knowledge. Last but not the least, servant leader. So I'm wearing the hat of a servant leader, where I provide the needs and give the helping hands to the individual team, develop team, to optimize their performance and making sure they understand the agile practices and enact towards this. This is pretty much about me. And today I'll be your facilitator with Marco.
Can I add something, Prashant?
Definitely.
Something I forgot to mention. First of all, this is being recorded because then we can cut it up and publish certain parts for people. Okay, so the recording is on. The second thing is, well, if you end up in the lobby when we start, we'll try and let you in, but we might have difficulty if we're in breakout rooms. So hopefully, if you can be patient, we'll try and get you back in as soon as possible. And it would be a really good idea if everybody put on their webcams so we can feel that we're in the same room together. That would be really good, to be feeling that we're actually together in this Lean Coffee. If you can't put on your webcams, it's okay. It doesn't matter. If you're in the car driving, or you're whatever, or you're in the bedroom and you're in your pajamas, it's okay. Don't put on your webcam. But if you can put it on, that would be great. Let me share the link in the chat for everybody, especially those that have just recently joined. Prashant, shall we move on?
Yes, let's move on to our icebreaker. Okay, so group, let's do a icebreaker over here. So we have a very interesting topic here today, where if you wrote a book, what would it be about? And it is really okay if you cannot think of a book right now. But what we can do, I think, Mark, how many people we are having now? We are having around 10 people.
We can do 2 breakout rooms.
Yeah, so let's
that's afterwards. Let's do the 2 minutes first.
Yeah. So I think you guys can think through about the book which you would like to write it about it, and let's discuss about those things. Then we can break out into 2 rooms. Then the group, they can discuss among us that what is this book about, and why they want to write this book about. How's that sounds?
We're going to go into breakout rooms. I'm going to create 2 rooms. Okay. What I'd like you to do is, in your room, share with your group about your book that you want to write, if you have one. And if you don't, maybe share who you are or anything. Share whenever you have a chance. I didn't think of a book yet, but maybe I'd write this. Okay. So I'm creating 2 breakout rooms. If that's everything okay for everyone, let's go.
So which one you're taking, Marco? This is 1 or 2?
You can jump into 2 if you want, and I'll jump into 1.
Okay. As I say, guys, this is a area where what we can do, we can think through a topic. I think we have a 10 minutes window, Marco, I believe. So let's think of the topic which we would like to discuss and bring on the table today. We'll discuss on those topics. First, we'll jot down all those topics and we'll prioritize those topics and pick few from there. So let's take your sticky notes. I see everyone is on the Miro board. I pinged the link. Someone asked for the link also, so I pinged it again. Okay. I think Priyanka is asking for the link again.
I'm giving it.
Yeah. Okay.
Okay.
Yep.
How long do you think we need, Prashant, for getting on topics, for writing topics?
I think we have around 7 people, Marco. So I would say 6 to 7 minutes would be sufficient. So I think you guys seeing this heart symbol on the top. So you can vote, multiple people can vote on the multiple stickers also. So the higher voting item we can pick on the priorities orders, and we'll try to discuss those topics. So you can just drag and drop heart or any topic or any sticky notes.
Is there a limit on the number of votes anybody can give?
I think you guys can decide it if you want to put some average 3 or 5. It's up to the team.
We can go for 3, I think.
3 works for everyone.
Yeah, that's fine.
Yeah. I see you start a timer for 1 more minute.
Yeah, we need to know when everybody has voted. So you have 1 minute left. Okay, let's have a look. We have a couple of winners here. We have 1, 2, 3. If I paste these 3, and this one was the first one. Okay, of topics to discuss. We could maybe take some more if we have time. Let's start with these 3 that has the most votes. Is this okay for everybody?
Yeah, it's fine.
Yeah.
Okay, which one would you want to start on?
So we can start with how to move your career from Scrum Master to Agile Coach.
Pretty awesome. Yeah.
I've started a time of 5 minutes. Let's go.
This is a trending one. Okay, what we can do, we can hear the view of the people, what they think, what's their view, or they can share their experience on the transformation journey from SM to the Agile Coach.
Yep. For me, I would say like to start from the basics. If someone wants to become Agile Coach, they have to be exceptionally good as the Scrum Master, like how they should be able to facilitate, they should be able to empathize, they should be able to understand that the slight differences between being the teacher, being the trainer, and being a coach. So they also have to make sure that they are not always giving the solutions to the problems, because the coaches, they do not give the solution. They will show you the ways how to reach at the solutions yourselves. So, and also, so like, if you can only move up, Agile Coach is the next level of the Scrum Master. So be very good at your job, be very good Scrum Master conceptually, extremely strong. If you're able to answer every question related to Scrum Master, then I would, maybe for me, if I'm able to answer every question related to Scrum Master, if anyone asks me, in any world, not in an ideal world, in a very tough world, if I have answers for all the questions, then I would think of going to the Agile Coach, and then go for the certifications, maybe Agile ACC, ACF, and maybe try for the PST or the CSTs from Scrum Alliance and all. So, and then start coaching in my own organizations, have like smaller and smaller sessions within my own organization. That would help. That will give me the confidence, because speaking in front of a lot of people, 50 people, is not an easy task. So start small, then gradually move up.
A lot of insight, Arvinda. Thank you for sharing. Anyone else would like to add a few more on this?
Sure. So I agree with that, Arvind, whatever the points he told. So first of all, the coaching, we don't want to provide a solution directly. So we have to ask powerful questions. Okay. So rather than providing the solution, we are to ask n number of questions. Okay. So they have to themselves get into that, and they have to clear the things, okay, themselves. We have to make them as a self-organized, whatever the issues they are facing. And as well as we have to train in first of all inside the project. So if you are good with the project, then you can other teams, we can focus on other teams, or entire organization level also we can focus. And we need to convert from, so whoever is following the waterfall methodology, so we need to convert them from that waterfall methodology people to Agile, and we need to train accordingly. We need to conduct regular kind of Agile trainings and other things as well.
Trainings, good. Neetu, Priyanka, you would like to add?
Prashant, I'm still a Scrum Master and I'm learning. So every word is like a value adding to my knowledge. So thank you so much.
Good day.
Yeah, and I think I added this question, reason being I am right now in the phase of transitioning from a Scrum Master to a Agile Coach role. So wanted to understand perspective from different people out here, that what can we do? And I think the insights that are given are really helpful, and I will try to follow those. Thank you.
Thanks, Priyanka. Thank you. Marco, you would like to add something?
Yeah, maybe I could add something. Can you hear me?
Yes.
I think I would like to say that if you are a Scrum Master, you are an Agile Coach.
Agree.
And it's just a change of mindset in yourself. And everything that was said was great. You know, we need to learn, keep learning, keep on our journey of learning. So I've transitioned into this role. So that's what I'd add. You're all great.
Yeah.
Do we need more time? Or is that enough for you,
good.
Priyanka?
I think we are good. We can move on to the next topic.
Okay. Next topic. Let's have 5 minutes. Let's go. Whose is this topic?
Nice. Project plan and how to start the plan. Who has added this?
So Prashant, I have this question because since I have always worked in a continuous or ongoing project, so I never got an opportunity to start a project. So maybe in my next organization, which I'm going to start, is a new as a fresh project, pilot project. So they might ask me to start a project plan and how we are going to proceed it. So I have no clue about it. So can you just guide me or enlighten on this topic?
Sure. Anyone want to add on this? Hari, Arvinda?
Yeah,
Yep.
first of all, whenever we want to join us in the project plan, so first of all, we have to identify what are the technologies are involved and and how frequent the changes are going to happen. So based upon that, we will define the cadence. So we need to follow the 1 week cadence or 2 week cadence. We'll define that. So based upon the how frequent the changes are going to come. So after that, based upon the what are the technologies are involving, how many members are required. So we will decide based upon the inputs what they are going to provide. So after that, we form a team. So accordingly, then we had to prepare a kind of a definition of ready. So what kind of things are suppose it is we need to pick it up any story. What are the things are required? We need to prepare some kind of working agreements in the definition of ready. Then accordingly, we can pick it up the stories from the backlog.
Thank you, Harish.
Thank you,
Arvind?
Hari.
Thanks.
Yeah, go ahead, Nitin.
You would like to add on this?
Okay, I'll go now. So here, I have not worked in any of the projects in all these years, which have started from the scratch for me. Yeah, that's a surprise, yes, Prashant. But everything, wherever I have worked, I have joined only after like 3 months. That is the earliest I have joined. So, but then if I were to start the project from the very scratch, what I would go through is to make sure to see what is their whole vision. I would try to find the vision and the goal, and then maybe try to break them down into something. Instead of having a whole 2 years or 1 year plan, I would like to break them into the much bigger chunks. Hey, this is what we may be able to achieve, and we are not committing to anything right now. Let us start with from the zero and let us see how it all goes. Then setting the expectations right. So what are their expectations? So if I'm choosing to have a 1 week sprint or a 4 week sprint, that will all depends on our stakeholders also. How often they are able to actually review out the work, how often they are able to actually collaborate, they are willing to give us their time. So based on that, then I would rather start with something, have a benchmark. Let us say have the benchmark of like starting point, like, okay, let us start with the 2 week sprint and set up probably start with some sort of definition of ready, definition of done, and a working agreement. But that would just be a starter. That is not just set in stone. And as we move forward, then let us see how good this 2 week sprint or a 1 week sprint or 3 week sprint works out. So maybe the 2 week sprint will not work out, maybe because your deliverables are too long, the development will take a lot of time. So if that happens, that means maybe you need to switch into 3 weeks or a 4 week sprint. So like that, then you keep on changing your definition of ready, updating your definition of ready's working agreements and all. So and then start with that expectation that not in the first sprint or not in the necessarily in the beginning of the sprints, everything will be delivered. So, and start creating the backlogs based on that. So build on the strengths and build on the items, whatever you have. Then in the meantime, once your team is actually working on the items, they are breaking down the bigger chunks of the work for the big or the early sprints. In the meantime, also work with the product owner, start coaching everyone, the product owner, the team, and also all the stakeholders, that how Agile should be working and what are each other's expectations, and meet somewhere in the middle. Then also start work with the PO on building up that product backlog, filling up the backlogs, and start refining them. Probably the team will be very much experienced in Agile, maybe they will not be. So if they are not, then start training them. If they know very much, they know a lot of things, they're very Agile maturity, then let's see what other values you can bring into the team. So start somewhere, have the benchmark, adapt, inspect, adapt, and learn.
You sure you are not the part of any project team from the starting?
No. This is our
you have a lot of insights. Okay.
Thank you, Arvind.
Okay, Marco, you want to add something? Yeah. Okay. Hope this answers.
Thank you, Marco.
Thanks, Arvind. You want more? You want to discuss more on this one, or shall we move to the next one?
Prashant, I'm good to go.
Okay.
But here also, I also have a bit of question that on the project plan, because even though this is the Scrum Master perspective for the Agilists, but what about the perspective of the stakeholders? Because probably they will not know what to expect in the beginning. They would always want to know, no, give us a whole 1-year plan, because they're all accustomed to working in a waterfall environment. Tell us right now how many sprints it will take. So if you, let us say, if you start with the first sprint and you are able to deliver, let us say 20 story points, maybe that is wrong. Some arbitrary 20 story points, then they will say, okay, give me all the story points based on the features and epics and divide them by 20. So is that the number of sprints you are going to take? So how to give them that initial confidence that this is when we may be able to deliver? Because they will not be happy with the May. They will always want to hear from the Scrum Master, when exactly are you going to deliver?
That's an interesting question. Would you like me to actually take that one?
Please, Marco. You go ahead and I'll add few points also. But I would like to hear you first.
Is that okay with the group? Would you like me to share something?
Yes, Marco, please go ahead.
When I'm listening to what you're all saying, I'm thinking about the difference between projects and creative work and complex domain. And I'm thinking about how can we put projects into using Scrum? And this is where stakeholders and organizations are transitioning, understanding Agile. The Agile team is probably already more advanced on agility than the actual organization. So as a Scrum Master, I would say that it would be important to understand the differences between project management and Agile ways of working. And once you have that and you have that confidence to work with the organization to make that change and help them through that change of seeing Agile ways of working, what benefits they can get out of it. People think that you can go quicker. That's not the case. You can't go quicker. You can only go quicker if you put in twice as much of the effort of work into the work. But that's not the objective of Agile ways of working. The sustainable pace is what we're looking for. The constant pace is actually having everybody engaged together, working towards the future state of the product. And so therefore, we're inspecting and adapting and leveraging empiricism to actually help us to identify what is the current situation, what decision do we need to do to go forward. And this is where actually the plan is actually, as Arvind said, vision, then we break it down, and then we break it down to smaller and smaller and smaller, and then we just go forward with what is the most important right now. And so I'd say take it to the team, because they often know what is the best way to go forward if we give them the chance to actually have their say and back them up as the Scrum Master, that this is what the team wants to do. This is their way of working. And we need to echo that with the organization, help the organization understand the Agile team way of working. And we need to be there to support them. We need to teach them, as Arvind said. So that's what I would add to this. How does that sound?
Super to me.
Good, sounds really good.
Yeah. It's really good. I would like, I'm on the same pace, Mark. I would like to add few points only, because the transformation and the way of working Agile is not a one-day task, right? It's a journey. And the changes should come from both the way, top to down and bottom to up also, right? If we just force for the Agile team that, okay, we need to be Agile, we need to deliver in the Agile way. And if our stakeholder is not aligned to that journey, or our leadership is not aligned to that journey, we are going to fail it, right? So the support system work from all around. We need to build that ecosystem that everyone comes under that Agile umbrella and they think towards those. Then only we can bring the changes. And when we say we are Agile, then there is no need to make a plan, 1-year plan ahead, right? We'll deliver in that iterative way. We'll do the inspection and we'll know what is our next move. So then the question itself will go on away that the customer won't ask for the 1 year journey, right? So it's all about the changing the mindset of the people and thinking in the agile way, I would say.
Helping them through change. We have 5 minutes left. Do we want to try the last topic?
Yeah, let's move on.
Okay. Next one is a different technique for handling complex teams. This is nice. Who has added this?
It's me.
Okay.
So I'm new to Scrum Master role. So is working in the safe framework. So if a Scrum Master need to handle 3 teams or a good number of people, so what are the techniques that we need to follow regardless of experience level or on the understanding of the team? So just wanted to hear from all of you.
Okay. Anyone want to take this one? Hari, Arvind, Neetu, Priyanka.
So, Prashant, since I have a small journey, but still I've been a part of 2 teams, so I was handling at the same time. So it was not complex since there were 6 to 7 members at the same time. But the thing was, both the teams are like they are juggling towards like development team and testing team. So the push and the blame keeps on going round and round, and it's been like every experienced person has faced the same thing. So at that moment, I think being a team as a Scrum Master, I think you have to be very calm and patient and listen to both the part of the stories, because if the development team says that okay, this testing part can be done by the testing team, and the testing team says okay, fine, it's easy, and development team can also do the same thing. But at that moment, being a Scrum Master, I need to be focused and see how the team is progressing towards one goal. I cannot say that one team and say, hey, come on, you can do it. You have to work together. We have to say it that way. So being a Scrum Master, I think the most important part is how we cope up and have a good rapport with the teammates. That helps a lot. And being patient and listen to them.
Thank you, Neetu. Thanks for adding this.
Thank you, Neetu.
And then other thing that I would like to add is that when this question says complex teams, I would like to understand it further, that when you say complex, what does that mean? Does that the team is in forming phase and the team doesn't know anything at all about Agile or any of the framework they are using, or maybe it's in a storming phase right now, there are a lot of conflicts happening in the team. So I think depending upon different situations, the techniques could vary. The ways that we would try to handle those situations would vary, depending upon what is it, the kind of problem that we are trying to solve.
Yes.
So maybe
So in my case, I'm just feeling it. If we have a fresher team, like who are new to this journey, IT journey. So if we need to form a team with them, so how to handle if we have some experienced person versus fresher team. So how to handle the mindset.
So I would say in such a situation where a team is forming and everybody is like just adopting and transforming from a waterfall to agile, then we would take it very slow. I would say just starting, maybe explaining them what is agile, slowly inculcating that mindset, and then picking up a framework. We all know Scrum is the one that is very simple to start with. So maybe adopting some of the ceremonies like daily Scrum within the team, so that they understand the concept and understand the importance of why this event or ceremony is important. And slowly and steadily, when the team is aligned to the ceremonies, then adding more techniques into it. So maybe estimations and stuff like that. So it's again journey, and then on a frequent basis we also have to assess their maturity, that what is it that the team has been able to adapt over time, and what are the areas we still need to focus upon. I think that would be my approach, and I'm happy to listen from others what their opinions are on this.
Very interesting point, Priyanka.
Yeah, thank
How much time do we have,
you.
Marco?
Really, to be honest, if people want to stay a little bit longer, then we can actually spend more time. But if people need to go in 8 minutes' time, we need to actually move on.
I can stay for long.
Okay.
I think we can move on to the learnings, because even if anybody leaves, we should get to the last part of what people are
Yeah,
able to learn.
we can stay behind afterwards. Great
Yeah.
idea.
Yes, that's good.
Okay. Everybody okay with that? That was a great idea, Priyanka. And it's great if
Yeah.
everybody can stay on a little bit longer. Let's move on to the learnings. Prashant, take it
Yeah.
away.
Okay, so let's discuss, guys, what we have learned today and what are the key takeaway from this session. Feedback also, you can put it over there. So yeah, pick your sticky notes and start adding on those points. Yeah, so let's discuss, guys, what we learned from this session and how helpful was it, and what other areas we can touch it in futures, any feedbacks.
I would say it's a great initiative, and with this kind of collaboration, we get an opportunity to learn from each other and listen to different perspectives on different things. So I really like the session, and I would like to participate in such sessions going further.
Thank you, Priyanka.
Yeah,
Thank you.
this is a wonderful session. Actually, I like it because we can discuss among ourselves, and we will share our real-time experience, which other teams are following or other project people are following. So we'll, if it is useful and it implement in our project also, kind of a inspect and adapt kind of thing. This one can say it as.
For me, Prashant, I think it was a good initiative. I think in future also we will be looking forward for game sessions, and I can call out my many friends who are still struggling with many of the questions, and I think you are a good facilitator who can answer all the questions. So I think I can just call them and invite them, because it was so collaborative. Everyone was so communicative about their experience. So it was great. I like to take, and I think the time session was really fast. I think it went on in a blink of an eye. So I think a bit of big more time we can just spend on this session.
Yep. Thank you, Nico. But we are learning the time boxing also, right? Which also
Yeah.
That's true. Yeah.
that's the one.
Yeah, time boxing is a challenge when your people want to speak up. So also the meeting, the Scrum Master, for a Scrum Master, the challenges can be both the ways for any meetings. So if your people talk too much, or if your people do not talk at all. So yeah, so been on the both side of the spectrums.
Yeah.
Yeah, so for me, this was a very good session for me. So this learning never stops for me. Every time, every event I join, I regarding this Agile and every certifications, time box over. So I learned something new. So this is a very good point you mentioned, Marco, that the Agile team, our team knows the best when they will be able to finish the deliverables. So they are the best. They know better than us. So yeah. So even though it was a very much an implicit, but I did not realize it till you actually spoke. Yeah. So yeah. So I will take some better perspective now on a different perspective.
We haven't heard from Hiran May and maybe Harry?
Yes, Marco. So this is pretty good session for me. So I have got many new things learned today. So looking forward for further sessions. So I will be available to join. Thank you for all the insightful things.
Harry, a quick word?
Yeah, please share us some upcoming sessions like this. So if you have anything, please post it in the LinkedIn as well as other things. So definitely we will part of that upcoming sessions as well.
Okay, well, thank you, everybody. Thank you, Prashant. Thank you so much. Before you go, please look at this link, feedback. If everybody can click this link, it will take you just a minute. Prashant would really appreciate actually having this information of how you actually felt about his facilitation written down such that he can actually celebrate actually his achievement for his first lean coffee. So, and thank you everybody for coming. Don't leave if you don't have to. Stay behind. It's okay. And we can go back and talk a little bit. If you want to connect with Prashant, you can connect with him. There's a link there. There's a QR code. There's a link for the feedback and a QR code. And there's a QR code for me. If you want to connect, I'll be happy to connect. Prashant, last words?
Yep, that was. I need a genuine feedback also, because I'm also in a path of a learning. So I have to learn a lot of things. Daily, I learn a small things. So definitely the feedbacks is the one thing which really helped me during my journey. So yeah.
Okay. So the next lean coffee is for the middle of May. Normally, it might actually happen earlier. So if you need to go, you can leave. If you want to stay, I actually would like to, if you can hear Anne May, stay behind, because we were on your last topic. I'd like to share some things, if you can stay.
Sure. Yes, Marco, I can stay.
Sure, definitely. We'll stay.
Okay, if you need to go, just go. It's okay. Let's go back to this topic, different techniques for handling complex teams. What I wanted to share with you, Anne May, was, well, Priyanka picked up on this, complex teams. Okay, now when we talk about work, we talk about complex work. But then there's this thing about complex teams that Priyanka picked up on, which is, what is a complex team? Let me give a perspective. Humans are complex. Let's start with that. People are complex. Everybody is different. Everybody is unique. And what I see in the uniqueness and the difference is the beauty. And what is beautiful is when multiple people come together, align, and move forward together, because that's when we make progress. Okay, so the way that I saw this was complex teams, because there's complications, because we're humans, and that's normal. It's okay. And so therefore, what advice you got, which was actually take it slow, take it easy, great advice. I love that. You know, take your time, be patient, understand that you can't force change. What you need to do is to help people through change. How does that sound for you, Rahir and May?
It's great, Marco. So I see the beauty now. Thank you so much.
It's okay. You're doing great, and just do your best. Okay,
Sure.
to help people through change, okay, as best as you can, without saying that I'm a superhero, I'm going to change everything with magic wands and everything. I'm going to do my best to bring everybody on the same page, and we're going to try and move forward and get better.
Yes.
Does that help?
Yes, it is.
Good. I'm glad. Anybody else want to add something to that? Because we had a short subject.
So that's a very powerful statement you said, Marco, that to help people change, to help people go through the change. Yeah, so this statement is actually reckoning with me. So and it's a very powerful statement. So we'll often get asked, okay, what does the Scrum Master actually do? He just sets up the meetings and what else? He's a meeting setter and nothing else. But so it's very difficult for a Scrum Master perspective to make people realize that what is that value you are bringing to the team. And so this is one of that big value that we as a Scrum Master, or we are the Agilists or the Agile coaches, we are helping people to embrace the change. We help the people to go through that change.
Yeah. And as per me, I think the bonding makes a lot of changes. Once you have a good bonding with the team, once you have a good rapport with the team, right? Automatically the changes will come. Then there won't be any complex team. Automatically things will become easy. If we have any challenges, we'll see the challenges together, right? So I would say, for my experience, right, the previous organization which I worked with the various people who are very, they won't listen to at all, right? So the things which helped me to be patient, hear what they want, why they're not changing, right? I would like to hear their views, and then we come up with the win-win situation, which can be easy for them and easy for the teams also, and be patient. Because in a 1 day or 1 month, you can't change the mindset of the people, because they are in that power from a long time, right? So it takes a time, but yeah, gradually it will change. If you don't lose the patience, you'll be there.
I love that. That's servant leader coming out in you, which is being of service to the team. If you are in service of the team, what do they need? What do they desire? How can you help them shine?
Yeah.
So
servant leadership quality comes from there.
And I wanted to pick up on another point, because you mentioned here, Anmi, multiple teams in a safe environment.
Yes.
And this is really interesting, because what that says to me is the Scrum Master is not having an easy time because they have a lot of teams. That's a lot of work to do.
Yes.
And if I was in your position, what would I do? Okay, imagine I only had 1 year's experience of Scrum Mastering, and I've been asked to lead 3 teams. I would actually say, okay, I'll try. And then, but I will try. Can I please come back in a month's time and let you know how it went? Ask that permission. Don't just take it on and say, okay, it's my job, I'll do it. Yep. And then take it all on your shoulders. Your leadership needs to support you. So you need to have it open to feedback. So you need to keep that door open. And so you need to actually have to say, I'll do my best, but I want to be able to come back and let you know how it went. And tell them how it went. And say, it was too much. If it was too much.
Correct.
Okay.
And say, I need help.
Yes,
and that way you can move towards maybe only having 1 team. It's okay. It's part of the journey.
Yes.
Does that help?
Yes, it is, Marco.
How does that resonate with others?
It always helps, right? It's better to provide a value to a one team dedicatedly instead of hitting ahead in all this multiple teams and not able to contribute, not able to focus in a one, right?
Yes.
He would be too.
Does anybody want to talk about anything else? Before, or do you want to call it the end? We've 10 minutes over. It's okay for me. I can stay another 10 minutes.
So for my last words would be for the new and budding Scrum Masters. that handling the teams for the first time, like for this complex teams. So complex teams can be because of maybe there are a lot of different people with the different attitudes, people with a different age, different experiences, different they're coming from the different backgrounds. Maybe they're coming from different regions, or their different beliefs, their own technologies. So the teams will always be complex for you to work with. If you're working alone, it is simple. If any one person, every person that gets added, it becomes complex, more and more and more complex. So if you're working with the 3 teams with, let us say, 25 people, it's a humongous task for you to handle. So, but then if you do not get overwhelmed by those the situations you are in, so take one step at a time, small steps at a time. So like we're breaking down the features to the epics, to the user stories, to the tasks, do the same with your problems, whatever the problems you may be facing throughout. Be calm, and a calm mind can overcome a storm. So whatever you're observing, you're having the issues, just note them all down, so that you have, whenever you're presenting this to your leaders, to your managers, that why 3 teams are too much for me. So then you can actually back them up with the evidence. So if you tell them that, hey, I'm having sleepless nights, or I have to work 14 hours every day, that may not mean anything to them. They would be more interested to know that since you're working for handling 3 teams, you're how and why you are not able to add the value that you should be adding there, and why spending and having one extra team is not letting you add that value to the team as you should be doing. So always look into that value propositions, whatever you can bring to the team and whatever you are not able to bring to the team. So whenever, and there would be the people in the complexities means I have faced people who have been total Scrum non-believers. On the first day itself, they were like, hey, I do not believe in Scrum. I know this will not work. So those are the special peoples. Those are the peoples you need to spend a lot of time with. Have one-on-ones with everyone in your team, irrespective of your relationship with them, irrespective of their knowledge, their experience, and try to learn what is that they want to achieve from this project, what are their aspirations, and how you can help them doing it. That is when, so if they believe, when they start to realize that, hey, the Scrum Master is actually on my side, he's not a guy from the management, he's actually helping me achieve my dreams, he's actually helping me accomplish something, then only you start creating that trust. And once you have the trust, then you just move on. So having the rapport with the team, like the Scrum Master's rapport with the team members individually, that is one thing. And there is also, you need to ensure that how the team members can have the rapport among each other. So when they work on a personal level, the work itself becomes much easier, much faster. So like this, the developers and the testers blame game is happening in Nitu's team. So that is what it's happening, because the roles have been very much defined. Hey, these are the developers, these are the testers. They will always keep on fighting. But then in the Scrum Guide says that everyone is a dev in the team, irrespective of their roles, be it a BA, be an architect, be it a developer, tester, designer, they're all a dev. So why not? So maybe try experimenting with that, maybe combine both the teams and like have a team with both the devs and the test and another team with the same, and then do not distinguish between each other. This is a dev work or the test work, and then say how it all goes. So treat everyone literally equally, that irrespective of their role, irrespective of their experiences, so irrespective of their mindset.
Absolutely. Everybody is a human being, whether they are a leader, a director, a CEO, whatever. We're all humans, and we all have needs.
Yes, that was used. Thank you so much, Arvind and Marco.
Well, good luck with that. Thank you very much for all those additional insights. They were beautiful. What would you like to talk about? I've got 5 minutes left.
And future topics or area which people would like to hear.
Shall we Should we pick another topic? How about either when change agent or Azure boards? Which would you like to do for 4 minutes?
But Azure board, how are we going to?
Azure boards.
Nice.
Okay, let's go.
So Azure DevOps boards.
It's me again, Hiranmay.
Yeah.
So my team wants to learn me through this Azure DevOps board, but I'm actually using Jira from before time. So I would like to learn that if anyone had experience working on that.
I can help you. Maybe you can connect with us because currently I'm working in the ADO board from last 4 or 5 years. So
Sure.
I'll help you on the setup and everything.
Sure. Okay. Yes, please.
Sure. If you want to any help, also you can connect with me also. I'm also working on Azure DevOps side. I'm on board only, not Jira.
Okay. Yeah. Thank you, Hari. I will connect with you people maybe after the call.
Maybe everybody should leave their LinkedIn on the board. Leave your LinkedIn if you want to
Yeah.
connect up, and that way, because
Yeah.
everybody has access to the board, then you can connect. Prashant, you're already on there, and me as well. Okay, but Harry, you might want to add yourself.
I already sent a notification connect request, the LinkedIn mark.
Great. Anything that you wanted to add, Arvind, Neetu, or Priyanka?
I think Arvind and Priyanka is connected with me. It is check with Hari.
Arvind, I'm not able to find your name. Can you tell me your full name, Arvind?
Prashant, I'm also there with
Yeah, it's
you.
I have added my name, my link here in the chat.
Okay, sure.
Yeah. Let's connect. See, even ADO and Jira, right? On the setup part, even in the writing the query dashboard part. So definitely people can reach to me, even the Hari also, because that's the thing where we started our journey. So even before the Jira, it was not there. We started with the Rally tool, which IBM brought it 11 years before in the Agile. So all the tools are similar, only the terms will be here and there, but setup will be same. Definitely happy to.
Work management would be something. A lot of these tools I've used so far started with Clarizen, then which nobody knows about, which nobody has used ever afterwards.
Yeah.
Then Rally was a nice tool. Rally has been really
Rally,
nice tool based on the
Yeah.
capacity planning. Then there is version 1.
Version 1 I work. Version 1 we work. I think Arvind and me we work together on the version 1.
Yeah. Version 1 Jira and Azure DevOps I'm yet to work on. So far my
And if
favorite has
anyone
been
of you
Rally.
And if any one of you plan to conduct a session on Azure DevOps board, please do include me. I would also like to learn about it.
I'm going to do on the Jira and ADO shortly. So even I'll add you Priyanka on one. We have one Jira. Not we. I am the part of one Jira community over there. So people do discuss the query about that. So let's see if we can add you over there.
Okay. Thank you.
For me, I need to learn a lot from you, Marco, on definitely on the Miro part, and I see you use a lot of techniques and facilitation techniques. So, which is a one area, which is a one learning area for me, to be frank. So, definitely, I need you give me a lot of tips already, but still, I need to learn a lot on this.
I didn't actually take any courses. I just learned.
But you are a master. You are a true master, I would say, in the facilitation. You know how to break ice and how to conduct.
Okay, well, I'm out of time in a couple of minutes. So if you want to stay, it's okay. I'm going to have to leave you. Thank you very much for this conversation. Take care of yourselves and leave your LinkedIns on the Miro, and I'll try and connect with you.
Yep. Thank you, everyone, guys.
Thank you.
Thank you so
Nice
much,
to connect
everybody.
with everyone.
Thank you, Mark and Prashant.
Thank you, guys.
Thank you, Marco.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
Yeah, bye everyone.
Bye.
Bye.
Bye.